Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the new gameplay objective Coman card to review today. So, we are taking a look at a card that is 5'10" with medium low work rates, 4-star skills, and a 3-star weak foot. So this card's a little bit disappointing because they should have definitely given him the 4-star weak foot, considering the fact that Summer Heat promos have recently been giving the weak foot upgrade to make him more usable. Now, I'm not sure if he was a 2-star weak foot before, but a 3-star weak foot just doesn't really cut it nowadays. That's why when I used the card like Bernardo Silva, it was really nice that they actually gave him the 4-star weak foot because it makes it a minimum requirement for cards to be usable nowadays. Like, you know, Bernardo Silva often uses his left foot in real life, but the fact that they gave him the 4-star weak foot for the video game concept now makes the card fun. So with this card, it's very, very underwhelming that they didn't give it a 4-star, but that's probably one of my biggest gripes towards the card so far. But in regards to traits, he has the injury prone trait, which is always annoying for it to be in the game. He's got 98 acceleration with 94 sprint speed, which is good. You don't necessarily need to improve it if you want to use him on the sides or in the cam position. In regards to shooting, he does already have 99 attacking positioning, so he's got 92 finishing, 96 shot power, 88 long shots. Okay, but then he also has 83 composure. So, well, Sniper would increase the composure by a +5 as well as some of the dribbling stats so that he could be as responsive as possible as well as boosting the finishing stat. But I would have to take a look at Footbin because I don't think Sniper would be the best on him, so we'll take a look at that a little bit after. In regards to passing you don't necessarily need to improve either on the card. What if you give him an engine with 92 finishing, 96 shot power? Engine would give him a +10 for long passing, +10 for balance, 5 for agility. I don't think the engine would make sense either, to be honest. I would kind of just... I'm kind of just thinking of just playing him on the 83 composure, but for me, you guys know how I am. I have to improve the dribbling as much as possible. Considering the fact that he's a 5'10" player, you do want to improve that as much as possible. So with dribbling, I'm going to have to take a look at that as well. He does have 90 stamina with 84 strength as well. So the strength that he has, as well as the pace and potential good body type in game, I think he's a lean body type. I don't think he's stocky at all. So I'm going to check this out right here. So he does have a lean body type. Just remember him from the earlier days, right? So let's take a look here. So with the lean body type, what did people end up giving him? A marksman. Yeah, that's usually what we give these cards. Make them as responsive as possible dribbling wise, as well as boosting their shooting as much as possible, long shots, shot power, finishing, as well as physical. So yeah, that would make the most sense for a card like this. Again, very underwhelming that he doesn't have the 4-star weak foot because I feel like this card could actually be really fun to use because if you guys remember, I believe it's Sancho's Team of the Season card that also has medium-low work rate. So because they significantly improved the card, he actually felt really, really fun to use in-game. So it's going to be interesting to try out with Coman. I obviously want to see what he's going to be like playing in the left side, or on the left side, because of the fact that he's a right-footed player. So if he does the cut inside, I want to see how good his shooting would be. It's a shame that he doesn't have any of the important traits either to compensate for the lack of the 4-star weak foot as well. But we'll make it work. So let's just go ahead and give him the marksman chemistry style over here. If we do have it, which I believe we don't have the marksman chemistry style, so I will have to pick that up afterwards. So marksman chemistry style, we're going to go ahead and use him in the left attacking mid position first. I would say in a 4-2-3-1. So put in Nkunku and Blanc playing as the CDMs here. Coman will have off to the right side. Bruno Fernandes can play on the right side too. Actually, we'll have Rafa on the side there since Kingsley Coman is in the team now. So he'll play in the left attacking mid position with Rafa up top, Bernardo Silva there. We'll put Stay Central getting in behind just to see what Coman's movement is going to be like. And then these guys will have Stay Back while attacking cover center, Stay Back while attacking for the fullbacks. Excuse me. And then 4-4-2. I do want to try him out on the sides as well for this formation. And then we want to put Bruno Fernandes up top with, I would say Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva would make a lot of sense. Right-footed, left-footed for the near post, and then Coman on the left side. Cool. And then I think the instructions are just stay central, come back in the fence for those guys. So should be good in regards to that. So let's get into a game. Try him out in the 4-2-3-1 first on the left side. And then we'll see what he offers in game. I'm just going to go by the marksman chemistry style real quick. Okay, so we'll play him in the left attacking mid position right now. Lean body type should make his dribbling more responsive, so we'll work with that. Yep, lean body type will make that dribbling at least a little bit responsive. He's not going to be super responsive, obviously, but he's still going to be pretty nice to use. In the 4-2-3-1 so far, oh, he actually does cut inside. Nice. So he's playing off of that stay central, get in behind instruction on my striker, which allows for the left and right attacking mids to cut inside more often, right? So you kind of have to play off of that a little bit when it comes to these instructions and wanting your left and right attacking mids to cut inside. Should run into this space right here. Nicely done. We'll do a skill move, ball roll, bam. Ah, I try to get that, like, when you're really close to the defender right there, I try to get that, like, right trigger spam acceleration touch so he can kind of, like, bounce the ball. But he didn't register that animation. It's very random if those happen, but it's always very nice if you can do those, you know what I mean? Okay, so this situation right here, he's playing off of Bernardo Silva because Bernardo Silva's kind of playing in the middle right here. So because he's doing that, Coman also is sticking to the side, which is interesting. Makes that run right there. I'll try to get a finesse shot off right here. Finesse shot without the trade is obviously not as strong. So there's going to be situations where if you do the finesse shot without the trade, you'll be able to score them. But right there, I could have done like a pass to Rafa or like just waited a little extra dribble right there. So far, I am liking Coman's off-the-ball movement, especially with the striker on stay central getting behind. It's a good way to test if they do the cut inside runs. Because Bernardo Silva plays a certain way where he's just like all over the pitch, you know, he's going to be the type of player that's going to influence the way that the guys on the side move, right? So I do think he's going to be the type of card where you're going to want to mostly use him as a left mid, especially depending on the setup that you're going to have for the 4-4-2. Gets back into position quite nicely. Heel to heel, get the net, nicely done. Again, off-the-ball movement in those situations really nice. You can see that he used the attacking space a certain way where he overcommitted, but he went back into position quite quickly, right? So when the goalie kind of pushes you, you can go for the heel to heel. Regardless of the weak foot not being a 4-star, when you go for that specific skill move against the goalkeeper, you should be able to score it. I also want to try him out on my striker just being on stay central as well, because that should influence the way that they play a little bit. Little cut inside run right there. We'll go for a finesse shot with him here. Yeah. So it was a good save. We could have gone for an extra touch right there, or maybe go for the near post. So once I got that drag back off right there, definitely wanted to try the finesse shot. Again, if we have the trait in that situation, we could probably score those opportunities. Once you come off of the drag back like that with those players that have the trait, it's really, really nice for those situations. It's good in that situation how he kind of did the cut inside pass. So once Bernardo Silva started to make that angled run upwards, Coman understood that he had to be in the middle area right there to try to go for the near post shot. So that was pretty good. I do want to take off the instruction for the strikers though, because I want to see if he moves well enough without the striker needing to be on those specific instructions. Yeah, his skill moves are pretty generic. Obviously, when you have like 5-star skills and you have good dribbling stats, players usually tend to dribble really, really quickly and do skill moves pretty quickly as well. Interesting. So he starts to go into the cam position, starts to occupy other people's positions. His dribbling is okay. It's not like super responsive, but you can definitely work with it for sure. There we go. I got that ball roll off right there. Ball roll is really important in those types of situations. So what we're going to do now is we just want to take off the instruction of stay central getting behind for the striker. I think we could just try him on stay central. I just want to see if the left and right attacking mids move a certain way. Rafa always does. Rafa moves a specific way that I love, obviously, my left and right attacking mids to do. That's interesting. He makes a run into the middle right there. Goes back into position. See how he plays off this guy right here. Ball roll touch. It was a weird run right there with Bernardo, but I had to just use the space right there. Bernardo kind of pushed off to the left side. I should have just ran into the middle right there. When you have the outside foot shot traits with Bruno Fernandes, you score those opportunities. That's just how it works, man. It's always nice to have these traits, guys. Nice touch. Go for the volley. Ooh, nice goal right there. That was a nice goal. Good run, too. Went into like the left attacking position, made that straightforward run. We get this flick off, we do the settled touch, because you can totally do it off of the flick as well when you want to take the touch or the shot, but I had to take the extra touch just to get a little bit more of an angle right there, but that was a nice goal. That little bit of height right there is always nice to be able to get those types of opportunities. Goes into the space really well right here. We wait for this one with Bruno. Fake shot stops, see how he plays here. It goes into the middle. That's pretty good. It's actually not bad at all because he'll go back into position quite quickly, like this situation. Go into the middle there again. Nice. Play off of that. One more. Boom. Go for the near post. I was going to go for the far post, but it's always weird with those ones. Nice near post strike. Almost scored that opportunity. It's either you hit those really nicely or you don't, right? I like his movement, though, guys. His movement's not bad at all. Ah. I passed that by accident there, too. He's offside anyways, but yeah, his movement's not too bad. If you play him in the left attacking mid position, it's good because you don't necessarily need to tell your striker to stay central, get in behind. Stay central should be more than enough, especially with strikers that move a specific way. It'll definitely be really nice, but yeah, he's not too bad. I don't feel like I need to force the instruction out of other players for him to move a certain way, which is always really nice. The last position I do want to try him out in is going to be the cam position, because I wouldn't necessarily see myself using him as a striker, but anywhere in the midfield area would be interesting. But yeah, you see how he starts to cut inside right there. So in that situation, it makes sense for him to run in a straight line. It's these situations right here that if your players are not set up a certain way, right? Because you could see that Bernardo Silva and Bruno Fernandes are playing off each other a certain way. That's where you have to kind of like analyze how Coman's going to behave, right? So he doesn't do cut inside runs right there because it doesn't make sense with how the other players are moving. You know what I mean? I wish he made the run a little bit sooner right there. In that situation, I was kind of waiting for him to do that aggressive run on the inside. The reason why he doesn't make that run is because of the work rates that he has. There you go, a little cut inside run right there, one touch. Might be able to get the finesse shot off right there. Maybe we do a quick scoop, not even scoop turn, a quick fake shot back on the outside. Near post strike, nicely done. You gotta take the touch, do the quick skill move, get into the position, then score the consistent shots. I don't really have too much of an interest in trying him out in the cam position. I feel like he could be okay there, but he just feels mostly like a winger, you know? Alright guys, so final verdict on this Coman card is that he's incredibly usable, right? So with this card, I do recommend playing him in the left mid position or the left attacking mid position just because of the way that he moves across the pitch. Now the good thing about this card is that I don't need to force the instruction of stay central, getting behind for my striker for Kingsley Coman to move into the middle or move around the pitch a certain way. Like, he still does a pretty decent job. I will say that when he plays on the sides, the medium-low work rates will affect him in certain situations in regards to the runs that he chooses to make. So you can totally try him out as a cam. I personally don't think he's as responsive to use in the cam position than he is to use in the you know, on the sides, because for me, as I was using him in the game, I was just like, this isn't really like a card I'd even want to use as a cam. Like, cams, you kind of have to have very specific players like Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, those types of guys, right? Kingsley Coman doesn't really feel like that type of guy for the center attacking mid positions. You could definitely have fun with him and use him in a striker for sure, in a two-striker formation. I would not recommend using him as a lone striker because the runs that he makes, again, are pretty decent. You don't have to tell him to do anything. You can kind of notice a player's off the ball movement, whether or not it's good or bad, depending on how they move when you don't force instructions out of certain players. The 99 attacking positioning on the card is incredibly noticeable on the card. Again, the medium-low work rates will affect it from time to time in regards to some of the runs that you would like him to make, right? If he was like a high medium work rated player, I would definitely like him more because it would suit his 99 attacking positioning more as well. In regards to dribbling, because of his 5'10" height and lean body type, the marksman chemistry style definitely helps out in regards to responsiveness for the card, but he's not going to be like a crazy dribbler by any means, but he's definitely incredibly usable regardless, right? This is a maestro chemistry style. We gave him a marksman, right? So you can see that the shooting boost that he gets, he will be able to score certain opportunities, especially with his right foot. So again, when you focus on the way that he's moving on the pitch, you see that he mostly gets on his right foot either way, right? There are going to be situations where it would be nice to have the weak foot, but if you use him on the left side, you know that they're going to do those cut inside runs. You know that he's mostly going to be on his right foot. It's not necessarily a huge issue. So if you guys want to use him for fun, like I said, left mid position, left attacking mid position, you can totally do a 4-4-2 where your strikers are on stay central, come back in defense, because he's still going to move really well against those guys. You know what I'm saying? So it's good that he's got the stamina. The biggest thing, it wouldn't even be the work rates that I don't like the most. The biggest thing that bothers me would obviously be the weak foot, just to make the card more fun in the game, because 3-star weak foot is very like underwhelming for nowadays, right? Like I said earlier in the video, the fact that they gave a 4-star to Bernardo is what makes him more usable. If he was a 3-star weak foot player again, it's kind of underwhelming for certain situations where it'd be nice to be able to shoot with your weak foot, right? So yeah, it was a fun card to use. If you guys want to get the card for a nice little Bundesliga French team, you know, be my guest. It's a fun card to use, but it's not necessarily like meta or anything like that, right? So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this review. I'll see if I can get David Luiz and Regulon today as well. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.